matter had begun. That was a great turning point. Energy had learned how to hold form. Particles had become stable. The universe had gained building blocks. But building blocks alone are not yet a world. A few atoms drifting in darkness cannot create a sky. They cannot create a star. They cannot create an ocean, a landscape, or a home for life. For that to happen, matter had to do something more. It had to gather. It had to combine. It had to organize itself into larger realities. That is where worlds begin.
In the previous stage, we saw how matter emerged as a stable expression of energy. That changed the universe profoundly. For the first time, there were enduring building blocks. There was form that could remain. There was structure that could participate in a future. But even this was only a beginning, because stable matter by itself is still only possibility. Matter can exist in pieces. Matter can drift in isolation. Matter can remain real without yet becoming rich. A universe filled only with scattered matter would still be a kind of emptiness. Not the emptiness from before matter, but a new emptiness. An emptiness of pieces without larger belonging. This is the next challenge in existence. How do stable forms stop being only separate things and begin becoming a world?
The answer begins when matter no longer remains alone. It starts to gather. This may seem simple, but it is one of the deepest transitions in the story of the universe. Because when matter gathers, something new becomes possible. Small units meet other units. Material accumulates. Patterns no longer remain local. They begin to scale. And scale changes everything. A single atom may endure, but many atoms together can create a system. A single structure may exist, but many structures together can create an environment. This is the moment when existence begins to thicken. The universe is no longer only preserving form, it is beginning to build with form.
The next step is not just accumulation, it is organization. Because a pile of material is not yet a world. A world requires relationship. Things must not only exist together, they must belong together in an ordered way. This is what makes systems possible. A system is more than many parts. A system is a larger unity formed from relationship. When matter organizes itself, new qualities emerge. There can be center and edge. There can be layer and depth. There can be rhythm, structure, and internal balance. This is a profound law of existence. When parts enter stable relationship at a larger scale, they do not merely increase in number. They become something new. And that something new is the beginning of a world.
Until now, our story has moved through subtle thresholds, from unity to division, from division to difference, from difference to change, from change to waves, from waves to particles, from particles to matter. Now another threshold appears, the threshold of scale. Matter is no longer only small, local, or isolated. It begins to gather into larger fields, larger clouds, larger regions of structure. This is where the universe gains architecture on a cosmic level. And with scale comes a new kind of power. Matter can now create density. It can create concentration. It can create centers where transformation becomes more dramatic. What was once quiet stability begins to generate vast systems. The universe is no longer only becoming visible, it is becoming spatially rich. It is beginning to create places. One of the greatest results of gathering matter is the birth of stars. A star is not simply a bright object. A star is a center. A place where matter has gathered with such intensity that light and power emerge in sustained form. This is another major turning point. Because stars change the universe. They introduce stable, luminous centers. They organize surrounding space. They create regions, systems, and direction. In the story of existence, a star is more than light. It is structure at the heart of a system. It gives the universe not only matter, but orientation. This is why stars matter so deeply. They are signs that the universe has learned how to concentrate form into lasting centers of power. Around such systems, another possibility emerges: worlds. Planets, bodies, environments. Forms of matter that are no longer only drifting, but belonging. A world is one of the most beautiful ideas in the universe, because a world is not merely an object in space. A world is matter that has become place. It has surface, it has environment, it has continuity. It may have atmosphere, it may have heat and cold. It may have change that returns in cycles. It may have land, clouds, oceans, or chemical richness. A world is where matter begins to hold not only itself, but conditions, and conditions change destiny. Because once matter becomes a world, existence is no longer only about things. It becomes about context. This is one of the deepest truths in the evolution of energy. Life does not emerge from matter alone. It emerges from matter in the right relationships, in the right environment, over enough time. That means worlds matter, not only because they exist, but because they prepare. Preparation is one of the hidden themes of the universe. Before life, there must be worlds. Before worlds, there must be matter. Before matter, there must be particles. Before particles, there must be waves. Each stage prepares the next. And now, in the formation of worlds, the universe is performing one of its greatest acts of preparation. It is creating the stage on which life may one day appear. There is also something deeply philosophical in this step. The universe becomes more meaningful when existence begins to belong somewhere. A world is not just matter assembled. It is organized possibility. It is structure with location. It is matter with rhythm. It is environment with future. This is why worlds feel different from mere objects. A world suggests story. It suggests continuity. It suggests that something more could happen here. And that intuition is important. Because in worlds, the universe does not merely expand, it becomes inhabitable. Not yet alive, not yet aware, not yet conscious, but ready. Readiness is one of the great signs that evolution is moving forward. The universe is preparing itself for a new kind of emergence. When we look at stars and planets, we may think we are looking at the beauty of the sky. And we are. But we are also looking at the long success of organization. We are seeing what matter can become when stability grows into system. We are seeing the victory of relationship over isolation. We are seeing the universe learning how to shape environments instead of only producing fragments. This is why the formation of worlds is not a side story. It is one of the central achievements of existence, because once worlds appear, the future becomes deeper. Now there can be long cycles. Now there can be continuity of chemistry. Now there can be protection, repetition, variation, and preparation. Now the question of life is no longer impossible. It becomes near. Episode 5 showed us how energy became stable enough to form matter. Episode 6 shows us how matter becomes organized enough to form worlds. This is the next great preparation. Matter has become environment. Structure has become place. The universe has gained not only pieces, but settings. Not only objects, but conditions. And conditions matter because the next chapter of existence requires them completely. Life cannot begin in abstraction. It requires a world. A world with continuity. A world with possibility. A world where matter can remain, react, transform, and sustain emerging complexity. This is why the building of worlds is one of the greatest silent achievements in the evolution of energy. It is the universe getting ready for life. So the story moves forward again. From waves came particles. From particles came matter. And from matter come worlds.
The universe has gained scale. It has gained systems. It has gained places. It has learned not only how to hold form, but how to organize form into environments. And in those environments, the next great miracle becomes possible. Because the next question is no longer, how does matter begin? Now the question is, how does a world, under the right conditions, begin to live? That is where our journey goes next. This is evolution of energy.